Hi everyone and welcome to Dungeons and Dragons.
Ooh.
It doesn't matter anyway.
Thank you for noticing.
I'm the Bruce Whale.
Bring out your dead.
Does anyone notice
Bring
that as a
out your
child,
dead.
Eeyore was the most depressing character, but as we all grew up, we all went, no, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fully understand.
So,
Sorry.
And yet all of us still know a Pooh Bear.
aw.
Yeah.
Usually our friend that's on drugs a lot.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's kind of itchy. He's kind of itchy. Likes honey a lot.
Honey is the
Eats
street
all the
name
honey.
that he uses.
He's always eating honey.
Gotta get the honey. You know.
Is that a drug addict friend or your
Are you just telling us a story about, like, Tuesday?
I don't want to talk about it.
No, I was trying to make a joke about singing and honey and how it's good for your voice, but I don't think that would have played right.
Probably not.
So, should we give Captain Reboot permission to run the intro?
Nah.
No.
Nah.
I'll just sit here.
It's like one of those things where you think you have a choice, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, taking away your choice, here we go.
All right. Let's get started then.
Woo!
Whoa.
So, who wants to catch everyone up on what we did in session 1?
The person who has to mimic people do it.
What kind of madman would do that in character?
I mean, if you want it in character.
It makes a bunch of bird noises for the next 5 minutes.
Yep.
Let's all be deathly silent.
All right, hang on. So, the world ended, and we're still here. Check.
Woo!
It only kinda ended, right?
Congratulations, you made it.
It's. I mean, the skies broke.
Yeah.
The sky
You don't know that
Sky
yet.
broke.
is falling.
I mean, I feel like
We
the
were
news of that would have
told.
traveled.
I also told everyone.
Yes, see?
Yeah.
We have it on good authority that the sky's broken. Chicken Little over here came running into town, screaming, the sky is falling. We're like, and who are you? She's like, I'm this person, and I've got a princess. And we're like, this is a very believable story. We're in.
And then skeletons attacked. A lot of skeletons attacked.
On
There
lot of
were
skeletons.
And then I looted everything.
There was a lot of looting.
Sounds
And
like an average D&D session.
mostly,
Screaming skeletons and looting.
let's
A
see
little
what
bit of
else.
fire, you know.
We lost a
The
town's
huge-
worth of people. I mean, we're and
Like,
as far as
really
the heroes
quickly,
go-
too.
Not like they
Again,
died. I think we
average
literally lost them.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys haven't actually figured out if they're all dead or if they're just not there anymore.
I mean, I feel like they're more not there than most normal not there is.
Because I mean, like,
probably.
if we were turned into undead, we would probably have still seen them walking away. Like,
This is
time has to still.
Happen.
We weren't in the tavern fighting that long.
They
Less
also
than a
probably
minute, I
wouldn't
think.
have left leaving any sort of people undead.
Yeah, you did encounter dead. That's a very important distinction. You did find
Yes.
dead people.
But not many. Not like
You
a
also-
town's worth.
You also found a lot of just not there people.
See, I'm still thinking like slavers. Like, hey, this uppity gnome, smack him around, slit his throat, chew him up a little bit. Now you
Summon
stay
an
in line.
army of skeletons?
I mean,
Or
I've seen
capitalized on
Stranger.
an army of skeletons.
I mean, have you ever been to Barovia?
it's true. This is all just another day in
That's the
Barovia.
second comment of the night that was way too real, and we're 10 minutes in.
What a night.
Oh, what a night.
So I think we have very few leads on where the townspeople are. We have magically deduced that it can be a quick change to be undead. We have had no luck tracking them whatsoever. And
That's
our
Yeah, but it would take
one way
a
to put it.
lot of people to turn a town full of people into undead.
or
Yeah.
one very bitey vampire.
Yes, but like we would still have seen them wandering about. Like their bodies would still exist. Like we weren't in the
Mhm.
in battle or in the tavern for so long that an entire town would just like we
Right.
would miss them walking away. Like
It
we
took
would
us
have
at
still
most,
seen
like,
them
a
in
minute
distance.
to resolve combat in the tavern.
You went through 3 rounds, so you were in combat for
Yeah, 30 seconds.
18 seconds.
18. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
What the fuck kind of math am I doing?
Strange math.
Improper
Nice.
math.
About it.
So
With my knowledge of the undead, would I definitely confirm there's no fucking way that the entire town was just raised and left in that amount of time?
Just based on your knowledge of Paladin, yeah. No, there's no way that an entire town could be brutally murdered without evidence and then raised as undead and then walked out.
yes.
And I think we said this, but basically we've got the town, and a little ways away near the town is a dock with boats still at the dock.
Yes.
So it doesn't look like they sailed away.
Nope.
We would see ships.
And so we do see ships.
No, but I mean, like we would have seen distance.
Mhm.
Like
I mean, maybe
ships
they're,
leaving.
They couldn't have gotten far, out of
they're
our
really
sight. We would have seen
fast
ships.
ships.
Unless they were invisible ships.
Invisible
But,
ships. Go ships.
Gosh.
So, all right. So
I mean, honestly, invisible ships seem more likely in this situation than like a whole town being turned into undead.
Does it though? Does it?
Yes.
Can you cast invisibility on a ship?
I mean, maybe.
Actually, I guess.
Technically.
So,
An artif-
Damn.
As an artificer, one of us would figure it out.
So is this
But,
town in like Tornado Alley? Do they all have tornado basements and we just don't know about it?
No.
Okay. And we did see a cart track leading somewhere from the gnome's house. Do we see any other carts? Does it look like
The
carts,
gnome's
wagons?
house was near the docks, which was at some point heavily used. There's tracks everywhere. There's
Okay.
there's wheel grooves. There's footprints. There's a mess of different things. Collectively, you lost track of which cart tracks were the ones leading away from the gnome's house. About 12 paces away from the gnome's house.
But are there like a mass of cart and hoof prints and whatever leading out of town in any one direction?
Nope. Air is on a main road.
Okay.
It's on a main road, and that main road is the one that heads south towards southern Belden.
Well, I say we just go ahead and take ourselves a boat and head to the dwarves.
That's not a bad plan at all.
You also know that you can't do that.
You know,
That would be a great plan, but we can't do it.
this would of course violate all of my beliefs and principles.
Mostly because the
Do any of you
dwarves
know how
exist in the mountains.
It's a special boat.
It can also fly.
There are airships, however, none of
Probably
the
not
fishing
docked
vessels
in this rural farming town.
none of the fishing vessels that you noticed at the docks.
Do we have a
Does anybody
What
know
What if we
how to
bleed really hard?
I apologize. For some reason, I thought boat south and then up into the mountains was the way to the dwarves. What is the appropriate way to travel to the dwarves?
There
The
is like a
appropriate way to
world crack
travel
in the middle
towards
of
the
the world,
dwarves is to go southward towards the town of Rivercross, which is a small island nation dead center in the lowest part of the ravine that makes up the World Scar River.
You know, it's funny. I thought I said boat, but all of a sudden he's like, no, and then river. What?
The trying to cut by boat through the World Scar would be impossible.
Like horrible waves, jagged rocks, that kind of stuff.
Also monsters.
So-
Lots of monsters.
That's an important part.
So adventure?
Like lots of just boat crushing tentacles.
Yeah, but don't you guys know how adventure works?
That has to be the best party I've ever seen.
No, the current is too strong, and the dwarves exist in an area that is landlocked, sort of,
okay.
in the middle of southern Belden.
Gotcha. So south on the main road?
Mm-hmm. And going
Sounds like a
either
plan.
by boat or by foot would not change that much of a speed.
Oh,
Are there horses still around that we could perhaps borrow?
obviously what I meant was we should take a land yacht.
Let's take the biggest, most luxurious boat and just cruise.
So,
we
so
have no urgency on this mission, right? Yeah, it's fine.
take a tour around. And heading to the dwarves is where we are supposed to be taking the princess for safety, as well as where we might find people who can smith like crazy on the
Yes.
Magitech stuff.
Yes.
Cool.
The Dwarven Kingdom, the closest one rather, is the next largest kingdom next to Minas Tirith that you know of. The three predominating kingdoms on this land are Minas Tirith to the north, Corethan to the south, and the Dwarven Kingdom of Kervashtar, taking claim to essentially the middle.
Yeah, so I was thinking we head south.
I wholeheartedly agree. I'm going there no matter what, and your company will be appreciated.
You see anything there, Kangaroo?
So, the Kenku's currently kind of just sitting on the ground, staring off into nothing. His owl is within 100 feet in the air. He's kind of scanning the area through the owl. He hears nothing from Rogue.
You were saying something.
So-
cut out.
The Kenku does not answer. Because he cannot hear you right now.
Yeah.
He's gone
Just-
all bibbledy.
But anyhow, does Snap see anything looking through the eyes of the owl?
What are you searching for?
More living, more undead items.
Shiny.
Just as a general pass over the nearby area, make a perception check for the owl.
Right, give me one moment. I need to pull up his sheet.
We believe in you, Owl.
This is at advantage due to keen senses,
Mhm.
or keen hearing and sight. 19.
You do see a few more errant skeletons just wandering just outside of town. It seems like whatever sent them forward, now that their immediate task is done and they have nothing left to do, they're just kind of shambling. You don't see any living people other than your own party. And you don't see any items from up there.
Okay. I'll still stay seeing through the owl. Just kind of keeping an eye out on everything for the meantime.
Okay. And what are the rest of you now doing? It's late, by the way. You haven't taken your long rest yet.
Sleepy time.
Probably do that.
Yeah, I'm in.
Hole up in the tavern, barricade the door, take a nap.
Yes.
The
I
door
got
is still
brutal.
off its hinges, by the way.
Ah.
You
Barricade
take-
the door.
No barricade, but bedroom doors then.
We could barricade this door too.
Yeah.
Just push all the
Tables
tables in
and
front of it.
stuff.
Yeah.
We'll hear them get knocked down if something happens.
Make a
So
nice
take-
outdoor seating area for the skeletons in case they get, hungry.
We'll set up a bar. They just can't come in. Right in the doorway.
It's outside. It's in Southern California. They only serve craft beer.
No.
It's quaint.
Craft beer and street tacos.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Not in the same place, mind you. The taco truck
Yeah,
is parked
yeah,
Oh
across
yeah,
the
of
street.
course. It's at the tacos are out of a truck.
Oh yeah.
Taco cart.
Taco carriage.
Guys, I know how we're gonna make our big break in gold.
Just a bunch of gnomes in a carriage, fire magic making tacos.
Yes. Now, Prudence will make the first oven. Like the first magical oven.
Isoba will provide the fire.
Yes. I'll be security personnel. Rogue will go out and find business. They'll be put off by the goblin, but then they'll see the dog and they'll be like, "Oh, I'll listen to somebody with a cute dog."
He'll come back with a bunch of customers at gunpoint.
And that, yeah.
I mean,
That's what I was envisioning.
that's how you drum up business.
We're also secretly a mafia.
Wait, we weren't that to begin with?
I think we might actually fall into that range, yes.
Oh my god.
So after an uneventful night of sleep in which we all gain a level,
No.
just figured I'd
Worth a shot, worth a shot.
try and get that one in there. After an uneventful night in which we all regain our hit points and spell slots?
Sure.
Yay!
We take those.
Because luckily you remembered to barricade the door.
Barricades are important.
Do we
You
hear
know-
any bashing? And then
Well, you don't hear any bashing. You hear a lot of...
We hear a lot of oral sex.
yes.
I think you're doing it wrong. So, after that evening of whatever, we
being scarred by strange noises.
I would like
Yeah,
to-
that was
I would-
weird.
I would like to do a thing though. I would like to do the thing that they never do in The Walking Dead. I would like to take my weapon with reach and just go kill the goddamn undead one at a time from the safety of 10 feet away.
Thank you.
Plot happens, you fall off the roof.
For no good reason, you just lose your balance.
That's fine.
You, an expert.
I just put my lance, stay down, balance on it for a second, and then get back on the roof.
By the time you wake up in the morning sun, most of the remaining skeletons have shambled off to wherever the fuck the skeletons go when they're not on duty.
Aw.
They tried to come in the bar, but you guys were closed.
I mean,
Yep.
skeletons shouldn't drink beer. It goes right through them.
It's gonna be one of those campaigns. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Casey's here. What do you expect?
I'm trying to behave, but we've been in a tavern for too long.
So, what are y'all doing to prepare for travel southward?
Taking all the food and drink from the bar.
Okay.
Yep.
All of that you can have at your disposal that is travel worthy comes to about 17 days of rations.
Alright.
Sounds good.
So there's 5 of us. We each got
Don't forget
3.
to feed the dog.
Gotta feed the dog.
And Melina. So that makes 7.
Yes, you have
2
a
rations
princess.
each.
Wait, would that mean like 17 persons worth of day rations?
Or
I mean, 17 days
Like
of rations.
17 days worth of rations for one person or for the group?
One person.
Okay.
so everybody gets 2 rations.
How far is it to this next city?
Well, Prudence, you've actually made this walk before.
Don't worry, guys. I'm an outlander. Doesn't matter.
You had to go up all the way from Corethan to get here. It's about a 3-day walk down to Rivercross. Another
Okay.
week's journey from Rivercross to
That's okay.
Kerverstar.
And what is Rivercross?
Rivercross is that small island in the only traversable area of the world's card. It lets out near the coast, and it's the only place where they could build a bridge that wouldn't get immediately swallowed up by the rapid currents and the forces of divine nature that live there.
Oh.
So,
Divine and not so divine.
So how far did you say it was from Corethan to the place we're headed?
All the way down to Corethan is several weeks of walking.
Okay, so we're good distance away from there.
Yo, Zach, do you still have
What's
that
the
road
question?
map?
I do. I'm remaking it.
Ah, nice.
Eventually, I will get you guys a map.
Yeah, you want to just throw up the old one for now?
That's
No,
all right.
'cause I changed the way the continent looked.
Oh.
so,
yeah, you can't really just.
so I'm thinking we would walk along and we should do some hunting as we go.
I am plenty good at that.
Yes, and we can take a look around for the townsfolk as we go.
I'd love to hopefully find someone, but also not gonna keep my hopes too high.
Well, that's okay. I don't mind if you're being depressed.
You get a funky look, I guess. Just like a okay, strange goblin.
You can be a shit.
Fucking brutal.
Wagons ho!
Do any of you have a wagon?
I don't think so.
Yes, we do.
Oh, do we?
do?
We have that food cart that had like the apples and stuff.
Oh
on it.
shit! Yeah, we got the apple cart. We can carry one person at a time.
Yeah, that wasn't like a. That has 2 wheels.
Boy,
It's still a cart.
I
And no
changed.
horse. All right, Artoria will pull the cart. Somebody get in.
Wait.
Take turns.
Artoria should not be with the apple cart if she's upset. You don't upset the apple cart.
That's not how. No, I'm fine. I'm fine, and the apple cart doesn't have feelings.
Can we strap the cart to the dog and put the princess in the cart?
What? No, don't strap the cart to the dog.
I think the cart is like 3 times the size of the dog.
But they said it was small.
It's like a wheelbarrow.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a wheelbarrow. The
It
princess
can
can
still carry
walk.
loot.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
carry,
You
Artoria
got a
will-
frickin'
we
mastiff.
don't have it. We don't have. We'll put like the rations and other
Mastiffs.
random stuff in there, I guess.
He's my mount. I need my mastiff.
You can still ride it.
It's fine. It's fine. This is the kind of work I did back in my town. Except it was usually
Wait, do
hay
do
and
we need
other goods.
do we need a cart to carry things?
I don't think
might.
so.
Rogue looks over at Snap.
Yeah, actually,
That
that's
looks
a-
like he'd fit in the cart quite comfortably.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I
that's
was
a.
more
That's
I was more thinking of the things that Snap has collected by now.
there's that, but
you
also
don't see what he's collected by
also
now.
carrying Snap in the cart while he's using the owl for reconnaissance.
How do we not see what Snap's collected? He's picked up like 100 things so far.
I've been stealth the majority of the
Yeah,
time.
he's also been rolling like over 20 for stealth at each time he collects a thing.
I mean, do you actively look like a Skeksis? You've just got like huge, voluminous clothes with everything stuck up inside them?
No.
What is
I
that?
have-
What is that strange glaive-shaped lump in your cloak?
that's-
Just bird noises.
That's the thing.
Okay.
Mainly what I have gathered has been coin.
I thought for some reason I thought you were gathering armor and stuff, but it's
What armor and stuff? I've been looking for it. It hasn't existed.
oh,
Prue picked up a shield and it was in her extra arm.
got it.
All right. So
Yeah,
we
Snap
take the
is-
cart and we put the bird in it so the bird can use his bird to use reconnaissance.
Snap has been desperately trying to loot, and I've desperately been trying not to loot.
Fair enough. I remembered hearing I look for loot a lot, so I assumed there was something gathering.
Nope.
If the bird suddenly had a massive quantity of items, he would be bulging in the cloak
Ooh.
area.
So southward on the road.
Also,
Yep.
technically, Prue has a bag of holding. So if big things happen, they could get stuffed in there. for
That's a
carrying.
nice.
Let's put the goblin in the bag of holding.
You could make him fit.
You got 10 minutes. We'll like turn the bag of holding upside down and use you as
And
just a
shake.
projectile. No, we can totally fit you and Paladin in there. Just launch both of you out. It's like,
Siege goblin.
It's okay. I's fine the way I am. I got
it
your
could be
lance.
so much fun.
I got your gun. And you're just gonna stay over there.
I don't like what you're implying, but I'm also going to completely listen without any questions.
If there's only some way to combine a lance and a gun.
Bloodborne flashbacks. God, that fucker on the tower.
Yep. So
We begin our trek southwards.
I think so.
And as a note, I am taking the cart. I am our pack horse for now.
Okay, you sure take that cart.
Half a wheelbarrow.
My Eevee is still here.
What the fuck? What is all this?
That's a castle,
This is
and
the
that's
drawing
a
page.
dwarven paladin on his noble steed, and that's a little lake.
Oh,
I thought
and
that was like a tornado that he was summoning or something.
Unfortunately, he's super dead.
He's just fine. He's whole and hale and hearty.
Also super dead.
We can take this demon.
We can kill it forever until
Look.
we get hungry.
We know where it respawns. We just put all of our weapons there and wait for it to respawn around our weapons. Problem solved.
Now what we do is we call down some like construction workers and they just build a brick wall around him while we slowly kill him and then we just dimensional door outside.
Bold of you to assume he can't break through a brick wall, though.
When he smashed his way through the main gate of the city.
It's fine. No, he can't.
Sure.
These are good bricks. Good.
Yeah, they're like magic brick TM.
They're
So-
kiln bricks.
Patent pending.
You begin your walking trip down southward.
Again.
Rockies, Paladin, Rockies.
I will totally
Orf.
try and start getting everyone to start singing.
Roll a performance check
Brew will sing with you. It has to be any
with
good.
advantage.
Hell yeah.
The Kenku can't hear any
Cannot
of you.
sing for the life of her.
Nope. But that doesn't stop me. I know I suck and I built it out.
And Snap can't hear any of you because he's owling right now.
In the back of the cart.
He does
Actually,
have.
I guess in the all of the cart because you probably take it up.
I'm only 40 pounds.
Oh shit.
Hollow
Let me double
bones.
check that. No, 54. Sorry.
And I think the statistics for a cart are like two.
It's just not
small,
a cart.
small cart, probably 2 times my carry weight.
All in all, with everything that I have, I weigh about 100 pounds in total.
Yeah, I can easy peasy haul all that.
Also, hood up, flatten the cart, just laying there.
Okay, continue.
I am in another campaign.
So,
like we throw a blanket over you, and then they're like, "Shit, where'd he go?"
as you
He's
wander,
under the blanket. Oh, wait. He's not under the blanket.
Right.
the road you're on right now takes you right alongside the coastline, which is comforting in some ways for most of you. It means that attacks can only come from one direction, at the very least. And to your left, you look out over what is a vast, sapphire-colored sea. I would like someone to make the perception check as y'all wander.
Who has the highest wisdom?
Not prudence.
Not Isoba.
I have
I'm
a
sorry,
plus
you
2 to
wanted a what?
perception.
Perception.
Oh yeah, the guy who's currently doing the scouting.
Yeah, the guy who's
in
currently
his
doing
bird
the
who has
scouting.
advantage.
Give me a moment. I need to pull his sheet back up. Perception at advantage. Because keen hearing and sight. I believe that is a crit.
Ooh.
Okay, you are positive nothing is attacking you.
Cool.
It all seems to be fairly empty road for most of your journey before the path starts to take a turn and head inland. You trek on. Artoria, make a constitution check for me.
Okay.
You're not going to be able to pull a person around for days at a time.
It's within my carrying capacity. Okay.
You're also hauling yourself and your gear.
Yeah.
And now someone else and someone else's gear.
We like stop for the first night, and I'm like, I can't do this.
Y'all look at Artoria, who's just red-faced, sweating,
Just
Their
splayed
arms
out
are
on the grass, like.
shaking as they're walking. But you do start to edge towards the end of the first day, and sun is beginning to set after a long 8 hours of walking.
What a beautiful depiction of me in the car.
Actually.
I don't know how to suggest this in character. But I have a
Just meta.
solution. But it's a sloppy solution, and it will slow us down.
But every so often throughout the day, I'd pop out of Owl and just kind of give that basically give some sort of indication that we're not running into anything, that everything's fine, just from time to time.
If you showed a lack of vocabulary for it, Artoria would go safe, not safe.
Unseen servant won't help.
Honestly, if you said the safe, not safe, I would end up mimicking you in your own speech every time that I popped out
Hey.
and just indicate safe.
Cool. Hey, good to know.
Well, are you all planning on making camp, or are you going to try to push on longer to potentially shorten your trek?
Artoria is tired
Oh,
from the
we're
cart and
gonna have
advocates
to. Yeah, we're gonna have to sleep at some point, whether it's now or later.
Let's just find a good spot for it.
Yes, there are anything nearby that we could pull up in? Farmhouse?
Two of you make a survival check, or one of you make it with advantage.
I have a +4.
I'll help.
Alrighty. You.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Artoria. First nat 1, now nothing above a 10.
You find a clearing that might work. It's not going to be comfortable sleeping, but it's off the road.
Yeah, sorry, this is the best I've got.
You're tired.
Yeah.
You are pushing the point of exhaustion.
I find the clearing. And I flop down.
You'll do your best to set up a makeshift camp.
Mhm.
Unsure if y'all have tents or not, but luckily the skies, for the moment, are clear. And it is, at the very least, warm out.
We have bedrolls.
Yeah. We'll buy a tent eventually. Probably.
Alright. Are you all just going to sleep? Or
Watch order.
Should do a watch order.
Did anybody not have dark vision?
The Kenku does not, but he has dancing lights.
Okay.
The human also does not.
But the Kenku has dancing lights.
The human also has a regular light.
So I would say that we keep at least one set of good eyes. Wait for each shift.
keep in mind that looking out on watch, you are rolling with perception, even with your dark vision, because you are looking beyond your 60 feet line.
Sure.
And I mean, to be honest, I would keep doing what I would do with the owl.
That's fair. How about if you fall asleep while controlling the owl?
That's the thing.
You wake up as the owl? Do you wake up as your son?
That's the thing. Basically, whenever I go to sleep, the owl is told, if you see anything coming like towards us that could potentially be an issue, you're waking me up.
Because the owl's a magical creature, right? So it doesn't really need to
exactly
have sustenance or.
Yep.
Better.
Though of course it does get food, even though it doesn't necessarily need it.
Give it like a cracker from your rations.
Who's taking first watch?
Artoria would like to have last watch, please.
Considering the Kenku's been doing the flyby scouting and really hasn't walked at all and isn't really tired, he'll take first watch.
Okay. Roll a perception check at disadvantage.
This would be at normal, considering I am using the owl to do so.
Okay. Roll it normal then.
Yeah. And its dark vision is 120 feet. So at normal, it's a crit fail.
You think you are secure.
That's cool.
You only look out in one direction, but you think you think that direction is secure.
Okay.
No one heard that die rolling.
What? What die roll?
What die roll?
Don't worry about it.
The die rolls
No
that indicate
worrying
how
about
many
it.
enemies we're about to fight.
Oh, is my bones creaking? Oh.
Luckily, your watch goes on without incident. Who's taking the next watch?
Prue will.
Roll your perception check.
She's
Can the owl
totally
be
good at
assisting?
this. Can the owl be assisting?
I will say yes. If the owl is ordered to continue to watch with you, it can assist. So roll a straight roll.
She's totally good at this, I swear.
Ooh,
For a +0.
that's pretty good.
So you sit up with the owl for another few hours, staring into a fire that you managed to put together. And your watch goes without incident. Third and final watch.
She'll stand up and go poke who awake. But foot nudge.
Huh? Oh. I was last watcher.
And Rogue will get up for this one as well to assist.
Okay. Straight perception roll, one of you.
Mine's a +2. I don't know what yours is.
Better, but my dice luck is creative.
I think anything's better than above a 10.
12.
You two sit up. This is the first goblin you've really spent any significant amount of time with that wasn't smiting Artoria, so it's a new experience for you.
I don't like that he has a gun.
I don't like that you don't like that has a gun.
And it's a
Also,
strange thing for you.
It's a little weird for you to be saying that out loud.
It's a weird thing for you, Rogue, because your gun is clean for the first time in years.
Yeah, he's taking care of that.
Just jamming mud into the barrels.
He's like,
Or I can't tell which bullets I'm going to use. It just spins so freely.
so he's like bending it back so that it locks between each barrel rotation.
Oh God, no.
Prudence, you suddenly have horrible nightmares. Someone is ruining a perfectly good piece of technology, and it plagues your dreams. Luckily, Third Watch also goes with that incident. And just as the sun is starting to break the horizon, you can wake your party up and continue walking.
Wake
walk.
up.
Sans Gert.
Aw.
If Rogue is waking them up, Artoria will go out and hunt for breakfast.
Okay.
And notably, she hefts her greatsword over her shoulder when she says she's going hunting.
It's a very unique setup. The heavily armored paladin with the greatsword.
BRB
yet-
gonna grab her up.
Comes back with food.
I was like, can't wait to see this.
A mangled deer body, some branches of berries. Some fish split in two.
The deer is notably cut in two pieces.
Everything is cut in half, including the bear.
Well, that's useful. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome.
As you all eat, you understand how the deer could happen. You're very confused at the split in half fish.
Yeah, especially since you walked into the woods and the river's that way.
You don't question it.
I like Snap now.
As you eat your odd parted breakfast
Bifurcated.
and repack your campsite up, putting out the fire, getting the bedrolls rolled. Prudence noticing that there's some more new damage to Rogue's revolver.
Customization. It's customization.
It's damage.
Call it what you want. Doesn't change what it is.
You all set back out. Sans cart,
Yes.
as Artoria realizes she is not a horse. And also now has newfound respect for horses. Are we
Onward.
doing the same setup for aerial watch from the silent Kenku?
Yes,
This time I just put it on my shoulders because that's a lot easier.
you're still carrying 100 pounds.
For long distances.
Yeah. I'll like carry you for a little bit and then kind of tap you a bit.
You
to be
know-
like, hey,
you
get
know
out, I'm
what?
getting tired.
You know what? No. Give me 10 minutes. I have a solution.
Okay. You have fine, Steed.
Yay!
Hey, you were holding it back from me this whole time. I swear to God.
Motherfucker, I don't know you. Isoba doesn't know you. But he's not gonna force you to trudge with a heavy ass
see.
bird on your back.
I just see like Artoria's jaw just like down.
Oh, floating. Okay, floating dick. If you had summoned a horse, Artoria would have just been like, "Hey, are you fucking kidding?" No, the
Hey,
floating disc is like,
you're gonna be able to do that in 2 levels, my friend.
yeah.
So like we put the cart on the disc and then the bird.
Yes.
Bird on the fucking disc.
No, we do that. We flip the cart upside down over top of the bird on the disc. That way the bird has full cover.
And after an hour, we lose the cart.
You just all zone out. 2 miles later, you go, "Where's the
No.
bird?"
That's the issue.
No.
About every 3 miles, we're gonna have to stop and for 10 minutes while I recast this. It's a sloppy solution, but it's a solution.
That's a pretty mess solution. For every hour, it takes an additional 10 minutes.
Moving right.
And we can
along.
probably still get there in 2 days. It's not
you'll
enough
be
added
pushing,
time.
You'll be
but-
pushing your midday on the 3rd day
Yeah.
to get there, to get to River
How
Cross.
badly do we want this tiny cart? Mind
So-
you, a full-sized cart is like 10 gold, guys.
So out of curiosity,
Isoba doesn't give a shit about the cart.
it's
Okay,
it's
then
the,
we're not fucking taking it.
It's the recon bird that we're good with.
Yes, we're putting the bird on the floating disc for an hour at a time so that he can do some reconnaissance. Every like a couple hours, put him on the disc.
It's very hard to go blind and walk cross country.
Blind and deaf.
Just kind of have one person on each shoulder, just guiding him.
So as
That
we
rarely
do make our
works
way,
out.
have we seen any sign of like the townsfolk? Like
Nope.
now that we're a little ways out from town, is there any sign of anything?
Any other travelers in general going
Nope.
even in the other direction?
Nope.
Is that strange?
Oh,
Like when Prue was coming up this way, were there generally travelers, or was it
yes.
generally like so? Like it's very
Mostly going south. A lot of going south. A lot of leaving.
Well, seems the word spread.
You have noticed a few more skeletons on your passage. However, they're mostly way off the road, stumbling and getting mauled by bears. Or they come across your path as a singular skeleton, you mop them up in one round.
Yeah. Artoria makes a note of obliterating them. And then burying the bones.
So you aren't entirely alone, but as far as other humanoid traffic, it's been fairly desolate. Granted, this is the and you will all know this. This is the poorer side of northern Belden. This is the more rural side. The further west you would go, the further towards Minas Tirith you would go, that's when you'd start to get the heavier amounts of people.
So we're walking on the wrong side of the scar right now.
Yeah, well, Minas Tirith is still on the top half of Belden. The scar divides north and south.
Ah, okay.
Not east and west.
There's a goblins. I don't really have need for north, south, east, west. We stay mostly underground.
I
Isn't
think
there still like directions underground though?
There's no sun.
Yeah, but what? I guess. Yeah, I guess if nothing's open, you can just kind of follow tunnels or however it works down there.
Yeah, it's all right, left, right, left.
Ah.
Getting lost into a bullet.
Artoria and her -1 intelligence. Ah, that's complicated.
Yeah, yes, it's right, left, up, downs, across.
BA start.
You're invincible for the next 10 minutes.
Yay!
And those 10 minutes are up traveling.
Wait, how did I do it?
Where's the controller? Just there you go.
Because I think Prue would probably like make that realization that the people that she did see were leaving probably belatedly, because she never really had to leave the city she came from, so she wouldn't know how traveling in general worked.
You're also from a
But,
much busier area.
Yeah. She wouldn't have known like what the traffic would be like in general, so she didn't really pay attention. She was just trying to get not there anymore as fast as
It's actually
possible.
a disconcerting
So.
feeling for being so alone for you, Prudence,
Mhm.
because you are so used to the massive hustle and bustle of Corethan, the constant incoming and outgoing ships, the merchants that are always coming through. So
Nature is the wrong kind of noisy. It's not quiet. There's noises. It's just the wrong kind of noises.
You keep hearing cicadas and you want to find all of them and murder them. But you continue on your travels. Another perception check from the owl, if you will.
Of course.
I'm terrified of what you guys are drawing.
Perception at advantage. That's a 19.
Once again, very few people. The second day of travel is left with very few folks on the road. It makes...
But there are people on the road.
There are skeletons sometimes.
Those do not count as people.
But no people.
Very few is different than none.
Well, there are some people on the road. Your party. Other than your party. And it leaves you with a strange feeling, and it harkens back to the conversations you had at the tavern, how so many people could so quickly be removed. You spend most of the day pondering that as you walk.
I roll an Arcana to see if I can come up with something.
Sure. Okay.
Fuck.
Can we have Athy roll for literally everything for the rest of the session?
Yes,
Athy,
please.
I'm gonna need you to change your dice color.
No, don't you dare.
They're being teleported. Is the thought you suddenly have.
But isn't that another thing where it would take a lot of people to do that?
Maybe.
To cast that.
Possibly.
Or
Or
just one
maybe
ultra
just
powerful
one
person.
really strong person. Yeah.
But the lack of of struggle that you found, the lack of viscera that you're finding you found at all those houses. There's very few things that can remove someone so efficiently as simply making them exist in another place.
Because I know that it's 8 at a time, I think. Something like that. Looking up the spell. Some sort of something.
Some kind of wonderful.
Yes.
Shows what we need to be on the lookout for is us being teleported. That seems hard to guard against.
Yeah,
I would imagine.
I don't got any way to do that. Teleporting makes the most sense. That's still a lot of people to go missing all at once. But I think maybe even like a small handful of people could probably get it down. They're strong enough.
Well, guess we should just hurry on to the dwarfs and see if they're still there. And if not, well, Dwarven Hall has a lot of riches, and we could make out well.
True, very true. And normally I would agree with you, but if there's no people anywhere,
That's bad.
then what's the good of having all this treasures and stuff?
Yes, we could
Like
put
if
it to good use.
somehow, I mean, granted we only saw one town, but if all the dwarves are gone, that's a lot. That's more than that's where bigger problems are occurring.
And it's around this point where the Kenku will come out of his far sight, as I'll start to refer to it. But
Sup, bird?
he rummages in his bag for a minute, quickly, and eventually pulls out a small leather-bound book and a pot of ink and a quill. And in common, he's going to write on one of the pages that hasn't already been written on. If the dwarves are gone, why do you think their items would still be there? Their items from the people in the village were not there. They were taken as well.
No, dwarves has a bigger treasure chambers.
Theoretically, it would take more people to get rid of all the dwarves, so more people could carry more stuff.
Also true. Also, anything that can take out the dwarves is quite a force.
Well, I'm gonna pretend they're just fine. Until they're not.
Yeah, that's the best idea.
Well, this raises an interesting question. If we do happens to be the last 6 people in Uilea, how are we going to ship this?
How are we going to what?
Ship.
Elaborate.
Well, I figure, you being a holy man, you're going to want the one called Prudence, and probably likes the Kinku and the
gross.
crazy.
No, stop.
Yeah, let's just not go there. That sounds like a great...
I had to mute my mic.
Snap's going to write down, why wouldn't the holy man go for the holy woman? And show it.
Gross. No, I'm
Oh my god. He said the word ship, and I'm like, you better be talking about a fucking boat.
Nope.
I was really hoping.
I was really hoping too, and like, but you ruined.
I don't know how it works for goblins, I guess, but it's less of a that and more
Let's
of
not
a,
go into this any further about how it
That
goes
is a
work for
great
goblins,
idea.
please.
Actually,
You know it's a great moment when the characters all fall out of character.
It's just like, I'm not going to repopulate this place. Sorry.
if the world goes to shit, there's a reason it's gone to shit. Nobody else comes.
Restaurants?
I mean, I'm all for a good time, but kids, eh.
So, as you start to reach the end of your second day, who would like to find a campground?
Ooh, I'll try again.
Crew will help.
One of these rolls has to be good, just by the
I'll get
force
over a
of
10 one
probability.
day.
Statistically
So as you've been walking this whole day, you've been moving from coastline into more sparse trees and hills. And as you're continuing on, just as the sun's starting to set, you do find what amounts to a small rise next to the road. It's about maybe a 10-foot rise of a small hill face that you think would serve well.
Alright. I'll lead the people there then. Didn't haul a cart today. Not tired. I gotta do stuff. Once I lead everybody to the camp, I will go hunting again.
Okay. And you come... roll a survival check just to see the quality of food you bring back.
Alright. Perfectly
Ooh.
split in twain.
Somehow, another deer, bigger, also split in half. And it only took her like 5 minutes.
Is this like a big 10-horn buck?
Yeah.
Cool.
Is this a little suspicious for anyone else?
I'm hunting. You see, she'll hold out her sword. Like, there's still some blood on my sword.
Maybe all the villagers was turned into deer.
I really don't want to think about that thought. I also really don't think it's possible.
I I should try to make a bag of colding. We're wasting so much deer with all this.
Suppose. Could sell the pelt and like.
Oh,
The
don't worry, the
horns.
Kenku's eaten at least a third of a deer each time.
Jesus.
Your belly
A
just
small
distend.
bird.
It looks like a little turkey.
That's the
like
thing, with all of the feathers, you can't tell if his stomach's distending or not.
yeah, a third of a deer is like more than your entire body weight.
It's way more than that.
Deer
No.
are large. They're very big
Yeah.
creatures.
If we're talking big, giant-ass fantasy deer, sure. But if we're talking real-life deer, that's about 20 pounds, 30 pounds.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I don't know about you,
What?
but bucks usually
What?
weigh more than adult male.
What deer do
Adult
you
men.
have around you?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm in Jersey.
Out
I
of your
have bigger
gut-
deer
af-
than that.
Yeah, after they're gutted and everything.
Yeah, you lose a lot in goo.
Yep. Gut, skin.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I thought you were
That's-
talking about the
I
weight
suppose.
of the deer, and I
No,
was
no,
like,
no.
Got it.
Yeah, because like deer are in the same game categories as humans would be.
I don't.
Don't
like
ask me why I know that.
that. I don't like that.
Don't ask me why I've thought about that.
Oh, those are robes, right?
You
I was
heard-
like, why are you just making a brick for your body?
You heard it here first, folks. Deer and humans, underway.
It's long pork.
Oh boy.
Who's taking first watch?
Rogue will take first watch on this time.
All right, perception check.
Can I get my faithful hound to assist me?
You know what? Sure.
Yay! Not so awesome.
The dog falls asleep right away.
That's a good paladins. You get your nappies.
Luckily, none of you die in your sleep.
Who's my best little boy? You
You
sure
do
are.
think you hear something at one point? Some breaking of twigs nearby. And you get up and you go check and you find a bunch of foxes. As soon as you come into eye shot, they all scurry off.
Oh. I wonder what the fox shed.
Someone just leave from that.
Yep. There we go.
Appropriate. Yeah, I think they're done here.
Good night, folks.
Perfection.
I didn't think that was going to be the one that killed him.
I think that was just the final straw.
Yeah.
Please tell me that's going to be on
He's
the
not
stream.
online on Discord.
Oh no, that's I killed his internet.
Maybe you killed him. I don't know.
Little do we know.
Please
Awful
tell me
puns
that
are
we're going
lethal.
to hear the person leaving Discord on the stream.
It got our
I mean-
reactions, if nothing else.
Who did we lose?
Acheron.
Acheron.
Yeah. The bird.
We're gonna take a break real quick.
Yeah.
So
Good
you can
timing.
Get our
Okay.
bird back.
Oh no, we flipped the bird.
The fuck am I gonna run any serious part of this campaign?
It'll be fine.
We'll only joke a little. We'll joke a little less when it gets serious.
It's just like we're gonna be fighting a beholder, and you guys are gonna be throwing puns at it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, a beholder. You need the
Not the
puns
only
to
one I've done in the
survive.
room.
So yeah, we're gonna get a water break here. We'll meet you back soon.
Hey, alrighty.
I'm gonna go get a drink. Jesus Christ.
Is break. We had a incident.
Is break. Someone made a pun bad enough to kill an internet.
And that wasn't so much a pun as it was a reference to a bad meme. Good song, though.
I return.
Ooh. Welcome back.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, hopefully we get Acheron back.
My next character needs to be some rich prick so I can use my deep, obnoxious voice. Yes.
Has he returned?
Hey, I got my wish.
Welcome back. That pun kill your internet?
Oh, did he make it back?
Awesome.
Is he back?
We are not hearing you if you are trying to
I
speak.
think he's in that. I think he's in that odd void of like the internet starting to reconnect, so it's bringing him back to Discord, but he's not connected to it.
God, I love it.
We believe in you, internet.
Go internet, go.
Well,
Yep, odd void. He's reconnected. The internet's trying to connect before it's actually connected.
or maybe his mic doesn't work.
Maybe. No, he's still offline.
You're still offline.
Wonderful.
Absolutely wonderful.
You'll love this.
Badger, you are such a good cat.
Badger?
Yes, my cat Badger. He's being a good cat and sitting outside the door of the room that I am in with the evil hissing cat. So every time I walk out, he's like, "Are you okay in there? He didn't hurt you, did he?" Like, no, I'm fine. He's a little cat. I'm a big person.
I have both of mine lounging at the moment.
I have no pets.
Right nearabouts.
My pup is sleeping upstairs on
16-pound loaf cat that was trying to heave about last week.
Why is the bag of holding filling? What is going on the stream?
That is if cheering happens or bits happen.
Oh,
So that is a good sign.
I don't know
Yay.
anything that does. I don't use Twitch at all.
Somebody is giving the channel money.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And that money is converted into things like our intros.
We get animations.
Or
and-
apparently it's because emotes are happening.
And well, the emotes are technically money. Those cheer emotes are a couple of pennies each.
Really?
And you can earn bits by watching ads on the channel.
When it lets you.
When it lets you. They've gotten stingy with their bits recently. You hear that, Twitch? I'm on to you.
Ad limit reached. I've literally never watched one. Why, Twitch? Why?
I literally have just try again later.
Yeah, that's what I tend to get.
Yep. I've never watched an ad before. What?
I've seen a lot of ads, but not for any channel other than like the Overwatch League.
I missed what was it? All Stars last night? Or
Yeah.
something? God
I
damn.
didn't see it either. I'm gonna rewatch it when I can actually sit down.
Here, Twitch. Here's how much we like your ads. I want Reese's Puffs is what just got screamed at me by this ad. Okay. So I want to acknowledge that I am both watching the ad and paying attention. I'm echoing it back through the channel. So let us watch more ads. Damn it.
I think ad blockers also screw that up. Trying to
Yeah,
watch
I
ads.
have one very specifically for.
I'm back.
Hey!
Sorry, we have a storm coming through, and every time that
Ah.
it rains, even just a drizzle.
I
internet
have to
gets all
tell
wonky.
you, the timing of Rogue's bad joke and your disappearing lined up perfectly.
Good. I'm glad I missed it then.
Oh.
No, it
Yeah, I
pretty
was
solid.
thinking maybe you left too quickly to hear.
That's okay. I'll bring it back around later in the campaign.
All right, we can come back from break now if there's anything that needs to be done for that.
We are streaming live, so we are good to go.
Okay.
Just that hole
Alright,
was
alright,
just
alright,
dead
alright.
air.
No, we didn't do dead air.
Well, yeah, but we just kept talking.
That's vamping. That's an important skill.
Vampires?
Vampires.
Not yet. Not yet. We'll get there. Don't worry.
Yet?
Wait, what? Yet?
What? I told you it was vampires. Just a bitey
Wait a
Wait a
bunch of
minute.
We're
I just
beginning
hold
to-
on before we really come back. I gotta actually call out. I specifically told you I have 24 hit points. Why am I still a question mark?
I noticed that. I was like, why is it a question mark? How much health does Isoba have?
I didn't notice it was a question mark.
These are questions that the world will never know.
Oh come on! It's been like 3 weeks.
It's been 3 weeks. It's a game that's played every other week.
Fine.
Like, also
I just
totally have access to your character.
I will ask to please say, hey, I have 24 hit points as my max.
I need to now work really hard to level you up so that changes.
Ooh, 30 lashes.
Punishment lasts in game time. Alright.
Anyway,
Pulling it back in. Y'all are on second watch. Who's taking it?
I'll take it.
Kenku. Kenku
Okay.
will take it. With the owl.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
I will abdicate, but I want third watch.
Give me a roll.
Yeah, I need to pull up sheets again. Give me a moment. Is this nighttime? Yes?
This is nighttime.
Okay, at normal. 14.
Okay. What's your armor class?
Mine is 16.
That's not ominous.
Okay, good to know. What's the owl's armor class?
The owl is 100 feet up in the air, and it
I
is
don't
11.
like these questions.
And what's the rest of your armor class?
What do you mean?
17. Is that what you mean?
15.
14 when I'm sleeping.
Oh wait, yeah, I'm not wearing my armor when I'm fucking asleep. 10. Wait.
Oh, also
-2.
13.
8, I guess. Yeah.
Ooh, you're one of those live dangerous people.
Not by choice. I meant kind of by choice. I chose to have this low dex.
Sleep out of the plate mail.
Yeah. Shit's not comfy.
And there went my internet again, I do believe.
No!
Oh, nope, I'm still here. Awesome.
I heard you. Yeah.
We did hear him say that he thought it was going, which kind of means he's still here. I appreciate your disappointment.
Well, to be fair, we heard, well, there goes my internet.
Yeah.
I mean, to be
So-
fair, people have been cutting out, so that's kind of sketching me a little.
You don't hear the slow movement from the grass next to your camp. You don't hear the soft whispers and then scampering. You don't hear the bowstrings being drawn and aimed. However, what you do hear is a loud howl as those arrows are released.
Cool. What are those two fateful words?
So I'm going to need y'all to place yourself on the map.
It's all black.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Are those two fateful words keep sleeping?
No, roll initiative.
It's jokes. Come on.
Where on the map I am?
You actually picked proper.
Hey, look at me go.
So you have dark vision.
Why
The
can't-
Kenku's zoned out right
I'm
now.
going to need to know if the stream is seeing anything on the map right now.
Yes.
Seems a
it needs
little
to
low, but if
scroll
that's what you-
down. Prudence.
They're on it. We're good.
It's not letting me pull Prue off the thing.
Oh, that's a... Goblin has dark vision. I don't know if the Mastiff
Appreciate it.
has dark vision.
Mastiff does not have dark vision.
Okay, the Mastiff he'll be blind outside of the...
I has dark vision.
I believe the bird has dark vision.
The owl does have dark vision, yes.
Okay.
And it
And
is
I'm
currently
going to
100
ask
feet
if
up in
you-
the air doing circles.
If you can see line of sight through the owl.
Yes, I can.
Okay, good to know.
I can literally use it as my eyes and ears. So I could have it sit on my shoulder, and I could have 120-foot dark vision. Just
You're-
by seeing through it.
Your depth perception would be slightly to your right, though. Or left. Or...
Not if I had it sit directly on top of my head.
It would still be up.
You'd be a little tall.
That's okay, though.
Just have it sit directly on your face and turn its head around.
Just rope it to your face.
I'm level 3. I've practiced it a couple of times.
But yeah.
It's just a straight up owl mask at this point.
It straddles his beak.
No, it sits inside of my beak. I just have my beak wide open, the owl just sitting in the bottom jaw.
I would get tired. Like that would just like jaw cramps.
Oh no,
Normal.
Prudence cannot sit on top of the owl. So, all of these friends are all going to be taking longbow shots at you with advantage.
Also prone
Everyone
loaded,
who's
so-
Yeah,
everyone
prone.
who's laying down.
So
Yep.
it should be normal
Except for
shots.
Except for the one they're aiming for, who is the person on lookout.
So the person on lookout should also be stealth into the next campaign.
I mean, you're sitting around a fire.
Okay.
You also didn't declare yourself in stealth.
I did so
think
much
that's-
earlier.
Yeah,
Yep.
last night. Last evening, I believe.
I'll roll with it, but
No, roll stealth. We'll see who they shoot at.
snap. Hood up. And this is mainly because he knows he's a sitting target whenever he's seeing through the owl.
Yeah, I guess that's a fair argument.
Yeah.
Assumed competency.
So 20.
Gotta love those are the two magic words: assumed competency.
That is like the only good thing I got out of my like one shot of Shadowrun 5e I played. There's a rule called assumed competency, and it's like, hey, you guys are professionals at what you do. Your player isn't. Characters.
Okay. So, in order,
And it's quiet.
this one is to Isoba.
Oh.
Nope.
Hello?
Did you hear him?
No.
That last shot was to Isoba.
Also, the first shot.
Next one is at Rogue.
Oh,
Yeah.
damage, please.
2.
I'm okay with that.
Prudence.
Ow.
Still finding out how painful arrows are.
Scrambles like the fuck.
And Artoria.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Scramble.
6. You all wake up with shooting pains in your side, except for Soba, who's sleeping comfortably.
They made a loud howl though.
Yeah,
Is it safe to
as
say
the-
that that
as
would
the
wake a
shrieking of
motherfucker up?
As the pack leader also raises a longbow, roars, and takes 2 shots at the one wearing the cloth, which actually is both of you. So, another one at Isoba. Nope. And one at Artoria. Nope. You can't shoot for shit.
Wahoo!
Now I need you all to roll for initiative.
Lots of creative cursing
Oh, hold on.
and
Shit.
scrambling about.
Forgot to play the starter there.
And we are running with the rule that my owl wind is acting on my initiative.
Yes.
You just cleared my initiative, homie. What do you want me to do? There we go.
Man, that's one of the best initiative rolls I'm ever gonna get.
Aw.
Yeah.
-2, baby.
Negative 1.93.
I have 7 decks. My
Way to
stats
go,
are
dude.
awful. I have 2 negatives and nothing above a 3.
Oh yeah, that's right. You rolled like dog shit, didn't you?
Yeah.
He rolled like dog shit twice.
Yeah, I rolled worse the first time. Ugh. Hey. That's what
Oh. At least I'm getting all these ones out now.
No, keep them coming, please.
Please. I have 8 AC for this fight. Oh boy.
This is why you always sleep under your shield.
I don't have a shield.
You did. You picked one up. You told me you did.
I did pick up a shield. You're right. Yes. Oh yeah, it's in my. I have it under my equipment. Yes.
So, snap.
10 AC. Oh, but I can't use my weapon then.
You can't use your greatsword with a shield.
Anyhow,
Hmm.
Snap is still seeing through the owl at the moment, but definitely heard through the owl of those howls. It is now acutely aware of.
You
where
heard the howl through the owl?
Yes.
Wait.
I need to double check something real quick.
Fowl heard the howl through the owl.
Because I need to reacquaint myself with the access here just for a moment. Okay. Still currently stealth, yes.
Yes.
I am going to... Yeah, I am going to drop my connection with the owl, giving it the mental command of help me. So...
So stat at these wrong.
Say again?
No, I realized I have their stats for some of their attacks backwards, because I had to make this out of a different sheet.
Gotcha. So... The owl will be taking the help action. Basically flying around, getting in their face.
Okay.
So, we're just going to go and place the owl roughly around there, diving in and out of their area, as you know, flyby doesn't provoke attack of opportunities. So, help action, and bow by my side, and I'm going to put one, hopefully at advantage, into this guy. Well, would be at advantage due to help, and also due to being hidden. So we are going to light crossbow, 25 for 15 damage.
Okay.
That's sneak attack.
You drive a arrow right into this guy's chest, and you hear
That's cool. And bonus action. I am actually going to skitter in, and I'm assuming this is either a bush or a tree.
tree.
Tree. Cool. I'm going to skitter around behind it, bonus action hide.
Okay.
13. Not so good.
You think you're hidden?
I might be.
Okay. Next up is actually the one you shot.
Cool. Got an owl dive bombing his face.
You're the only one standing, and he still does see you.
That's cool.
So he's going to take 2 shots at you. Yeah, he's going to take 2 shots at you.
Okay. Are these? Yeah, okay, so every 2 squares is 5 feet.
Yeah, I had to change the thing around because it was
Okay, so it is at disadvantage since the owl is within his threatened space.
He'll move. Probably over here. Better line on you. First one's a 2. Second one's a 15.
Both miss.
Okay. You get around the tree, just there's 2 arrows right into the side of the tree. Rogue.
Rogue will leap. Rogue will stand up with half his movement, mount dubiously with the other half of his movement. He will have dubiously stand up. Dubiously will then dash, and they will both rush. Not that way.
Interesting.
There will be a false start, and then they will rush over here.
Is
Having a little trouble with
dubiously
movement.
another character?
Nope, sorry, that's Paladin. Paladin. Wrong mount.
Who's this dude?
Sometimes known as dubiously when Rogue just wakes up.
Sorry.
So
Well, dubiously is his cousin's mount, and there was a problem. So go where I tell you to go. There. Stay there. Good. Rogue will then fire his pistol southward with a piercing shot, lining up the 2 knolls.
Ooh.
Okay.
So I am at a
Let's see.
+1 to my things will explode button. But maybe it'll work. First one looks good.
First one hits.
Second one.
Second one hits.
I don't think there are any more down there. So 8 points a pop. And because I am so small and they are so large, furious, I will do my furious smallness and do an extra 3 points of damage to the one
Okay.
that is still standing.
You take aim at where the crossbow bolt is already in his chest and just widen the hole on the first one. The shot clearing through him without slowing down momentum and impacting the chest of the second knoll your way.
That's how we do these things. Of course, it's got with a rasp in my throat. Just woke up. Need a drink? Need some coffee?
I do have a question for future combat.
Mm-hmm.
Can I looked this up and it seems like this is something that should be possible, but I want your ruling on it for this campaign. I could technically use my reaction to cast a spell through my familiar as an attack of opportunity.
No. Unless you have the Warcaster feat, you cannot.
Really?
Yes, because
You
the
can't
Warcaster
spell-
feat.
yeah.
The Warcaster feat very specifically gives you the ability to cast as a reaction on attacks of opportunity.
And then at the end of Rogue's turn, since he's behind a tree already, or he's near a tree, he will step behind it and attempt to hide. With his bonus action being a goblin.
Okay.
Not so much.
Not so much.
Pupper's making it hard.
I mean, it might also
Woke
be the
up.
Don't
Big-
you dare blame the dog.
big gout
You're
of
trying to
smoke.
hide behind a bush, and normally you'd be small enough to hide behind the bush. Unfortunately, you're on top of a dog.
I am on top of a dog, and I did just fire off a pistol, and I am shouting furiously at them. So the hiding is just sort of a, because it's what you do.
Formality.
Yes.
The hiding is a formality.
Habit.
I see preparing.
Usually I don't have the thing I want to do for my turn prepared, so I'm like, I'm gonna be a good person and have it prepared.
So now it was the pack leader's turn, and yeah, the person with the loud screaming and the gun.
Maybe the bush will provide cover. Who knows? Oh, hello.
These are brave ones.
Actually, he's going to stand here.
These are not so brave.
And you watch as he pulls this massive glaive off his back. And he's going to take 2 swipes at you.
I don't want him to.
Well, he didn't want you to wake up.
That's a hit. Oh boy, is that a hit too.
Ooh, no.
That's 12. That's 9.
So that'd be 21 points of damage.
12 plus 9 is 21. I have
Oof.
20. 21 is larger than 20.
Oh no.
I
Fuck.
am the unconscious.
So now,
Let's go back to sleep.
just go
And it's just a different way.
Naps and naps times.
So, because he knocked you unconscious, the pack
He
leader
did.
gets to rampage.
Oh no.
Oh no.
He gets to move half his movement speed
Oh no.
and make an attack.
Oh no.
This is some bullshit. This is some bullshit.
To the currently prone target.
Enjoy death. The Kenku will be sure to sell your things for a profit.
20 to hit. That was
That'll hit. 13
13
slashing damage.
damage.
Oh, good news. You only have a question mark. Oh, no, wait. You have 24. Look at that. You've been updated just in time to take the damage.
Oh, great. Thanks.
And now it's this Knoll's turn.
Thack attack, I feel you're rooting for the wrong team.
Yeah, he's going to take a shot at disadvantage. Try to eliminate some targets. Artoria.
Ah.
You have the great sword next to you.
Yeah.
So this Knoll here is going to try to remove you.
9.
That
It
hits
hits.
without armor on.
Oh
Oh, I didn't roll a 20. So just 3 damage.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why is it doing more?
Because it hates you. Artoria!
I am a clumsy person, and I get shot a lot. I am going to get up and
And never sleep outside of your armor again.
Yeah. I can handle it. Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna move to like here and use my dreadful aspect ability. So
Okay.
each creature of the paladin's, I'll have to put it into the chat. Each creature of the paladin's choice within 30 feet must make a wisdom saving throw or be frightened of me. So bada bing, bada boom, bada bing again.
He's outside again. 3. Wisdom saving throw, you say? Oh,
Yeah.
that's not going to go well.
Hell yeah. I like when the DM says that.
Whoops, that should have been an advantage. 17.
I don't like when everything rolls good and I roll meh.
So that was for him. That was for the first guy.
Alright.
Next on the list of the hunters will be... Okay, he failed. And then the pack leader, Oh boy, this isn't going to go well for him. That also shouldn't have been an advantage. So 6.
Yes. That's the important.
Okay. So,
Roar, but
at the
a lot
very
more frightened.
least, 2 of them are frightened.
Mhm. Can't do
Frightened.
anything useful as a bonus action right now.
Frightened.
Oh, dang it. According to the rules, I could have slept in my armor.
Is it just heavy armor that gives you like bad stuff? Or?
Medium and heavy.
Yeah.
I mean, 20 still hits me, but...
Assumed competence.
I don't know, DM. Assumed competence?
There's a difference between assumed confidence and I can't sleep, so I'm going to take exhaustion because I decided to sleep in my plate mail.
No, I'm all
No, but-
wearing studded leather.
for Isoba,
Isoba, yes.
Yeah.
Isoba,
I'm
yes,
not
you can sleep.
I'm not
Cool.
gonna try and argue that because I like in my mind I was like, oh god, if we get attacked, I'm out of my armor. Like I knew this every time we took a rest. So
Rogue sleeps in the buff. So
There's a lot
I
of
don't like
green
this.
deck hanging out right now.
there's a lot of green.
Gosh, let's not. We've already spent too long talking about the sexual compatibility of these characters. Let's not.
I mean, to be fair, if we don't get to him soon, rigor mortis is going to kick in.
Hey, Will,
Oh no!
wait, I'm still debating on if I'm gonna use a bonus action or not. DM, back that. No.
Do you threaten the DM?
Oh, that's a horrible idea. I am going to. I'm gonna just stack on effects on this chief guy. I'm also gonna cast Compelled Duel on him. That's
What?
another Wisdom saving throw.
Is compelled duel a bonus action?
Yes,
Okay, link the spell.
wow.
but wait. Yeah, Dreadful Aspect doesn't require concentration. Okay. Compelled Duel.
This is a paradox.
This is a paradox.
Mine's frickin'
And who are you
Null?
casting it on? You're casting it on
the big boy,
the big boy,
pack leader.
The one who's afraid of.
the one who's afraid of him.
Not only is he terrified of me, he
I-
also cannot get away from me.
Part of me wants to give him advantage on the saving throw because you frightened him first.
I mean, that's fair, but at the same time, raw. No. Do what you will.
This is like
Yeah,
the
it's
most
very
combat
hard to-
But also,
relationship
holy fuck,
ever.
we're losing this fight, please.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. We're doing good.
I mean,
the
we're
rogue
one
is
for
one of my
one,
greats.
but having a player down is a much bigger deal than having an enemy down.
Gurgle, gurgle, gurgle.
Yeah, no.
We won't.
Ah, damn it. Doesn't matter to us.
Either way, he's still scared.
You go, fight me! After going, run from me!
And it is going to pick the first thing.
It may just kill and grab, too. You don't know.
Damn, I should have stayed on the other side. Oh, no, because I couldn't have grabbed the other two. That was right. That's why I moved. Alright, yeah, my turn's done.
Yeah. Yeah, you're standing.
Yeah.
You're standing and casting and threat.
She's an angry, clumsy lady.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
An angry, clumsy lady who occasionally gets lucky.
You feel the hairs on the back of your neck stand on end just as the arrow takes them all off cleanly.
I don't know. A crit fail wouldn't come that close.
I don't know. That crit
To be
fail is
fair, that's
clearly
also only
close to your
3
armor
off from my
class.
AC.
Avenge me, Isoba.
It's like
Isoba.
it's like the Noel like accidentally like tripped as he shot, but it also put the arrow into my leaning forward to challenge his boss.
Isoba, you're bleeding, and one of your party members is down. Also, there's
Can
a
I-
giant knoll above you.
I don't know that I can see that party member right now.
There are two things in the way, and a bush.
Also,
And
he doesn't
it
have
might be
dark
dark.
vision.
I don't have dark vision.
That fire doesn't extend very far.
That fire doesn't extend very far. I'll tell you, I can see about to there.
You
I can see
cannot
through that.
see Rogue.
You saw him take off into the bush on a gunshot. And then
Yep.
suddenly, also the
And
pack
then
leader.
nothing.
No, it was
So-
less nothing and more the pack leader spurns out of the darkness.
I was
So
thinking
then
about
I
what he heard
guess
of
I
Rogue.
have to.
Uh,
So then I guess I have to rectify that situation, don't I?
You
Ruh-roh.
probably could.
I create a bonfire
Where would you like to create a bonfire?
beneath this man.
Beneath which man?
Pack
That
leader.
man. Okay. Let's get some fire. I had a
Yeah.
fire token, and then I shifted. 'Cause
Copy paste the fireplace.
hold on,
I mean,
I had a
it is a
better I had a
bonfire.
better fire token. Where did my better fire token go?
Just use the fire swirl we use for burning Winds' party. I love how it's been like months and months, and we were like, oh hell yeah, fire swirl, that's the team.
There you go.
Cool, and it also gives off light.
Yep,
'Cause
yes
it's
it does.
Actual fire.
How much light does it give off?
Whatever a
campfire?
bonfire is.
I think it's 20/20,
It
Yeah,
is
it's
2020.
Most fire sources.
so that's 40 feet of light.
Whoops. Not damn it 20. Damn it 20.
Gurgle, gurgle, gurgle.
To the map with you. No, that was... I sent me to the map. The one thing I didn't want to send to the map. Now I believe you can see.
Nope.
Oh, well, that's a problem. I will rectify that in a second.
All players see light.
Yeah, that's the button I didn't press.
There he is.
Slightly brighter
we go.
light to the right.
And he needs to make a dex save. He's going to make a dex save. Guess what he doesn't make?
Aha! A dex save.
Dex save. And it is a bad smell. Burning knoll is not a great... It is not a pleasant scent to the nose. But however, now you can see your slightly dying companion.
Excellent. Take that.
Rogue! You were
Take
at
that.
1 hit point.
You know what? I'm gonna say, I know that was a random roll, but that's very on brand for Isoba.
He's a minimalist. I believe that's your turn.
That is,
Standing
do I get
up?
the
Did
Well,
feeling? If I stand up and move away from this individual, can I tell if he's frightened or compelled?
He looks uncomfortable.
Can I tell whether or not he would attack me if I moved away from him?
You have a feeling with the fact that he just tried to gut you? Probably.
Right, and only means he has to move away from me. Or can't move
Well, he can't
towards
move closer. Luckily, you are as close as you physically can get to him.
me. Also, you should totally stay flanking.
Yeah, I will stay where the fuck I am,
Hell yeah.
I guess.
Okay.
Just don't die.
Prudence.
Arrows are being shot. Gnolls are growling. Things are happening. She scrambles to her feet and like stumbles this way and trips over her metal arm because it's laying on the ground. And
Which is
then,
impressive because it's on her shoulder.
well, no, she took that off to sleep. It's like a harness. It's not attached to her body.
Oh.
But
Disappointed, Zek.
Because I really
It
like the
says-
idea of her getting up so quickly that she doesn't get her shoulders off the ground before she's running.
She's just like running her face along the ground.
Her horns get stuck. She just starts stumbling.
Just fumbles her way over this way, and I don't know if I have line of sight to boomerang. Just like grabbing her boomerang along the way. Boomerangs at the guy that's on fire. It was just hacking at her friends. Boomerang!
away. That hits.
Bruh. For not a lot. Is there one in? I don't think so.
Nope.
Nope. So it'll circle around back
Yep.
to her.
Boomerang. I hardly know orang.
That missed.
So she'll scoot back. Just, what? Fuck! And that's about it for her. A lot of flailing and noise.
Okay, so these guys are all lit up now as well.
You're
Okay.
goddamn right they are.
So this gnoll is going to scurry over this way. And
Oh, I know I didn't call it, but I am standing up.
Yeah, I again assumed competence.
Thank you.
thought you said you had stood up. So.
No, someone else said you stand up, right?
Oh.
Well, I was asking if you did.
So this gnoll, who's on purely a mission to get meat, is going to murder the dog.
Oh, he's burning next.
So what is Paladin's armor class?
Paladin's armor class, he is wearing hide armor, which gives him... Paladin, where's your sheet? Come back here.
He's mad at you. You called him a different name.
I know. He's armor class 14.
Okay, this one's gonna do 2 stabs so they can grab a meal and go. And take the goblet and the mastiff.
Oh, that's a hit.
And
That's a miss on both.
3 damage.
Paladin can soak 3 damage. He has 5. That gives him 2.
Oh dear.
Snap!
I am not healing your dog.
I will. If we live.
Okay. Snap has a plethora. You know, he is going to. Well, the owl's last command was to help him, so the owl's still dive bombing gnolls. Yeah. Owl will end up moving like there. Actually, we'll say there. But, the one that is... Am I able to tell which one is frightened? Am I able to tell that it's frightened?
Yeah, the demeanor changed from a aggressive stance of a dominant predator to one that looks like it just wants to grab whatever it can.
Cool. Then it is going to... Snap is going to focus on the one that is not showing frightened.
Okay.
And this will be at advantage due to the help action from the owl. Light crossbow, 16 for 17.
Hits. Once again, you plug another nice hole into these gnolls. This one is not looking good.
Wonderful. And scoot a little further back around behind the tree. And attempt to stealth as my bonus action.
Okay, roll stealth.
Ugh. 14.
Okay.
But also using the tree as partial cover.
Rogue, you have 1 hit point.
I have 1 hit point. So a rogue will scramble to his feet using half his movement. He will mount Paladin using half his movement. Paladin will take disengage as his action. Rogue will take disengage as his bonus action. Rogue will wield his lance as his free action. Then the galloping begins. As he draws up behind
So much action economy, holy fuck.
as he draws up behind his associate, he lances over her shoulder towards the burning knoll with advantage due to flanking. Lance. 21 for 9.
Fuck yeah.
Yep, that hits.
He will then bravely run away. Damn it, he can't get far enough. There's not enough space on this map. We're gonna say he runs away kind of up like these rocks over here. And then that will be it for him.
Okay. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, so the pact leader now is scared
And on fire.
and on fire. Well, first he's going to step out of the fire.
Fire bad.
That is a reasonable first step.
He's going to step out of the fire. And with disadvantage, he's going to continue trying to wail on the thing he's trying to kill. That is a 10. That is a 14.
Both of those are no.
You can see the glaive kind of shaking as it's swinging. He would love to incite rampage, but there's no one to target. Now it is going to be this Null's turn. And gonna shoot at Rogue.
No! I'm
At
so innocent
disadvantage.
looking.
You're also running, and you continue to split off from the party.
Yep.
And you're supposed to be dead. Why are you back up?
I'm so pretty.
That's a
Dang,
word
yeah.
for a goblin.
Oh
I
boy.
think an 8's going to miss.
An 8 is going to miss. Thank you. Wait, why's he got 2?
Because he's had multi-attack.
That's a lot of attacks. The 19 is going to hit, unfortunately.
It's at disadvantage.
Oh, he's got the
Oh.
owl next to him, doesn't he?
Yep.
Yay,
Well,
owl.
and he's
And
frightened.
Thank you. Good job, owl. Good job, frightened.
Artoria.
Everybody's fucking dead.
Oh,
I
sorry,
don't have any
sorry.
bonus action heals. Damn it.
I've been more deads before.
What?
Interesting.
Everyone
I'm
pause to think
gonna-
about that a sec.
Move
Yeah,
to
that
flank.
took a hot second for everyone to process.
How have you been? You know, whatever. And I am going to just swing at this motherfucker.
Swing at this motherfucker.
Swing! 19
Ooh,
Hits.
19.
for 10. Oh, I can reroll that too. I swear to God, if it's a 1. Yeah! So that's going to be 13 damage.
Nice.
Woo, he's not looking happy. He's in fact looking unhappy.
Wait, no.
So, any bonus action?
Yeah, I'm gonna bonus action. Wait, no, I'm not keeping concentration because I failed the spell. I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on Isoba because he is getting beat on and he needs some help. Frankly,
I
so
mean,
is Rogue.
sort of beat
but Rogue also has the ability to get out.
All right. You have a +2 to your AC. Keep that in mind. This gnoll going to move over here.
Oh, another thing to keep in mind: the gnolls have disadvantage on trying to perceive me because of the cloak.
Yeah, I know.
It's just something I just remembered.
And he's going to take his spear out and begin stabbing.
Commence stabbing.
Commence the stabbing.
Whoa.
Nope. Surprisingly. Hits. For 4 damage.
Ouch.
Isoba.
I think the prudent course of action would be exactly the same thing I did last turn, which is to recast Great Bonfire beneath him, since he moved. You don't get to do that. And now it is more damage if he feels that safe.
Oops. Yeah, he fails it.
Damage!
8 damage.
Oh, he's not happy.
And what do we have? We have... Everybody's up, right?
For now.
Sorta.
Rogue's looking real rough.
Or as has.
I'm not sure how Isoba is. I think he's also kind of rough, right?
Up is relative dependent upon your location in space.
Shut up. It is 10:15 here. It's too late for this. Yeah, I guess 1 hit point isn't quite enough hit points, is it?
I mean...
Have 2 more.
But 3 certainly is! Hoorah, motherfucker!
You're
Yeah, you
still
should be-
at minimum damage range.
Rogue,
That's a
should be fine.
That's a 300% increase in my health. I appreciate that.
It's still at minimal damage range.
Rogue
now
will be
it's most
fine.
likely a crit could one-shot. And that's the important thing, that nobody dies. Going down, we have 1 healer. Between a warlock and a paladin, we make 1 spellcaster maybe.
Prudence also has cure wounds, I think.
And she's also a half caster, so we've got like 1 caster.
Speaking of Prudence,
Gonna scoot this way. Try to bonk this guy and hopefully this guy.
bonk.
Bonk?
Bonk.
Not so much bonk.
Not bonk.
1 bonk.
Roll bonk.
Bonk.
5 bonks.
5 bonk.
You bonk. And you watch him fall backward.
Bonk. It goes this way. Doesn't quite make it. Swings around. Snag. She good.
Artoria appreciates that you didn't hit her this time.
Yes. We'll scoop back over this way. Actually, I think there. Totally not taking cover behind our cleric or anything.
No, totally not.
Yeah, cleric. Think that.
Holy
as
man.
far as she can tell.
As long as the character keeps thinking I'm a cleric, he is doing his job.
Anything else from you?
Nope. She's going
Okay.
to be making another boomerang, so she could dual boomerang.
This knoll is... Let's see. Yeah, he's gonna start running. He sees friends starting to drop and
Run, better
live to
Faster
kill
than
another
Rogue's
day.
gun.
He's just gonna full dash.
As he attempts to leave the range
Actually.
of my lance, he gets poked.
Oh, hey. Wait, is that a thing?
No, you said you were way farther up than that.
That is true.
Okay.
Sorry to take the DM side.
Nope, that's fine.
He's going to run this way. And he's going to start fleeing, and he's going to take one final shot to maybe get his pack leader free of the current situation. Or 2 shots, because,
Son of a bitch.
that
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
hits.
Wait. Yeah, I got nothing.
And so does that one. So, Artoria.
Oh.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
Urgh.
That is 18 damage.
Just barely down.
28 damage. I'm sorry, but that was max damage on both of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're down.
Yeah.
That and your fear effect.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it makes sense. I don't know if it explicitly states it, but it makes sense. Like,
Oh, totally makes sense.
It
Okay.
totally makes sense. Yeah. I'm going to say yeah. Because the thing it's frightened of is currently unconscious.
mhm.
It's difficult to be,
To be fair,
afraid of an unconscious person.
Yeah, what is it called? The big boy doesn't know because he's focused on Isoba.
He doesn't know, but the magic that was coursing
yes,
through
yes.
him
Yeah,
also
magic
just
is
ended.
magic, yo.
Yeah.
And also, your shield of faith is down in it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Snap.
Short-lived.
Yeah, that's cool. Just measuring real quick. Yeah, totally within light. Owl is going to do owl things. Go in, dive bomb, help action. And Snap is going to crossbow the dude who just took down the lady. He hasn't bothered to remember her name.
I'm hurt.
So,
Yeah, you are.
22
You're
22
unconscious.
for 18.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn.
he got his vengeance and then immediately...
Should have stopped, fucker.
Vengeance
Speaking of
is-
forgetting a lady, the princess is still sleeping.
No, you actually don't know where the fuck she is.
What?
No way she's fucking asleep, dog.
She's a little sleepyhead.
You
He just
actually
puts in
haven't
earplugs
seen
because
her
Rogue snores.
since the combat started.
Captain Reboot has sponsored a demon die.
No, thank you.
Yes, let's get the DM advantage now.
Yes.
Bonus action. Tucking
question.
back around behind the tree, stealthing for my bonus action.
Yes, okay.
26.
Yeah, you're gone. You're missing. No one knows where you are.
Good.
Question.
I do have a question about the demon dice for someone who can answer. Can they be used to force disadvantage on a roll?
No, they are able to be used to re-roll a d20, but then that gives the DM advantage at time of choice.
It gives him a d20 reroll at
Yep.
any time of choice.
Captain Reboot was typing.
Yes.
So, Rogue.
But I do
Rogue.
believe that requires the player use it first.
So Rogue is going to do a bonus action hide amongst the rubble,
Okay.
because maybe that'll work. He hides amongst the rubble.
He hides
And
amongst the
then-
rubble.
Just when they think he's running away, he pops back up and blangs with his gun, firing towards the pack leader with what might be called a violent shot.
Okay. You're using a pistol, correct?
I am using a pistol.
So your misfire is now a 3.
My misfire is now a 3. Actually, I think my misfire is going to bump up to a 5 because I can spend an additional grit point.
Okay.
So, with advantage from the stealth, I hope. Pistol, shoot.
21 for 8.
21 for 8.
Plus.
Plus 1 additional weapon damage die per grit point, which
Question.
would be... Yep.
I'm seeing a rolling 2 plus 4 plus 2. It's not rolling any dice.
Roll...
Yeah.
What just
It's
happened
rolling
there?
Flat numbers.
Yeah.
It is rolling flat numbers.
What did you do?
I'm
Die?
gonna check your character sheet real quick.
Why is my
I was gonna
thing
say, like,
rolling
damn,
at
he got
2?
8.
Yeah,
I was gonna say he
you're
got 8
rolling-
damage for his other 2 rolls too.
You're also attacking with strength
What is happening
for
here,
your
Pistol?
pistol.
Pistol, what did you do, Crazy Pistol?
Something has gone terribly wrong.
All right, hang on here. All right. Well, on the upside, the modifiers are the same because it's okay. But for some reason, my damage decided that it's going to roll a 2 each time, which is not as advantageous as one might hope. My pistol should... Ah! Why are you like this?
Roll 20's drunk.
Something got drunk here.
To
All
be
right.
fair, you violent shot it up twice, right?
I volunteered it up twice, so I'm rolling
Minimal
3D
damage. Minimal damage you get.
3d8, yeah, at this point.
8 plus 2d6 is enough to kill him.
There. So we did that. Got it. We do damage. So that is a bonus action. That is a regular action. I've done my grit points.
And you watch as the top of the Knoll pack leader's head, suddenly parts from the rest of the Knoll pack leader.
And then I will then dubiously and excuse me, Paladin and I. Too many mounts. Paladin and I will both use our movement to go prone behind the rocks.
Okay,
And that will be it for me.
be the pack leader's turn, but
He's dead.
yeah,
He did, Jim.
this one is just gonna fucking bye everyone.
I appreciate Athy's defiant measuring back after Zach measured towards her.
He's taking off at a full sprint, and he's gonna try to get the fuck away. So he's off the map now.
The only smart one.
So Artoria, I need you to roll a death saving throw.
Eh.
You're not almost dead.
Yeah. Mr. Healer Man, please.
Gonna see you get through it on your own. Isoba, it's your turn. There's a knoll cooking. It smells awful.
Maybe to him, but to the Kenku, it actually smells pretty good.
I'm going to leave the Knoll cooking and scoot up a little bit. I have to... How many days have we been traveling together?
2.
2.
Seems like longer.
It always does.
when your life is on the line the entire time.
I am going to make a medicine check to stabilize.
Okay. Yeah, that's enough. Combat has ended and the knoll is...
Oh, I have
Okay.
spare the
No.
dying, so I just do that.
Oh, yeah,
That is
that
appreciated.
works.
The Kenku's
Hey,
not letting that run away.
Artoria, just roll me a d4 real quick.
Oh, for hours until I'm conscious.
Yup.
3 hours.
3 hours.
I will finish my long rest from my wounds.
LOL.
Null corpses in our camp.
And
It's going to be one less soon.
Where's the squirt?
That is in reference to the princess, I do believe.
Well,
Oh, I figured.
I don't see her.
Actually, Prudence, as you're walking back towards everyone else, you bump into something.
Eyes and arrow. Poke. Pokes at the air.
You feel something solid in front of you. And you hear someone go,
Just touching, finding her face. Are you okay in there?
yeah, you find face, and then... Hold on. Fucking joking.
By the by,
Nope, that's not joking.
from this invisibility, suddenly a giant blue blob.
I didn't say for token to a character sheet for some reason.
the Kenku is giving chase to that last knoll, by the by.
I'll assume you can kill him.
Cool.
Fair assumption.
He's not gonna stop.
Yep, and I'm going to drag his dead body back to the camp.
Okay,
Oh, God.
you do that. So, you watch as the princess poofs into existence.
Prudence kind of like she's like a young kid, like you said, 12 or something, right?
Yeah.
So like she just kind of like puts a hand on her head and like turns her one way, then turns her the other way, just making sure she's not bleeding out of anywhere.
She's
Like, okay.
surprisingly okay.
Just a pat, you're good.
She fucking vanished.
A couple minutes later, the Kenku comes back from the south, dragging
Carrying Noel.
Good Noel.
a couple of crossbow bolts sticking out of it.
Good Noel.
Gnoll?
Good
I'm a
Noel!
God damn it!
I was avoiding saying anything.
So you have 5 Noel corpses in your camp. One of which is barbecuing.
After a few more minutes, the Kenku will actually go and take a dagger and slice off a chunk.
I mean, the body shouldn't start reeking that bad quickly.
Oh, they reek.
They
I
are
mean-
covered in hair.
They reek
Well,
pretty
yeah.
bad to start with.
But I mean, like,
These
death
are
reeking.
not... Oh, Prudence. You would think that, and you are
Dear
wrong.
So from upwind, Rogue settles in to try and get a second breath. Second wind specifically.
Okay.
You
Good
know,
roll.
couple of hit points there. Just kind of looks over to the magic. He's like, "So this," and the wounds just close as he clenches his muscles. That's how it's done.
also, I can't help but notice, Goblin Friendo,
Yes.
you're really good with that thing. Imagine how good you would be if you had one that wasn't a pile of shit.
Where is
And that's when you smell it, Prudence. You start to get the first real good whiffs of Knoll. And you realize that description you just gave is accurate. These are some rank creatures.
I'm displeased.
Mm.
Can we
Okay.
move?
Kenku's just eating fried Knoll. He
Well,
waited for all the hair to burn off and the skin to get a little bit of a char to it.
well, fair. They'd have done it.
Unfortunately,
too.
that any armor he was wearing, glaive are also starting to go up into ash.
Yeah, the metal part of the glaive should be fine.
Unless it warps.
After Rogue gets his stuff together, he'll help toss the bodies and then try and get some additional rest.
Well, the good news is at least there's something more attractive than you folk.
He says as he pulls arrows out of his ass.
I mean, you gotta catch him in the clinch. Monks trained for years.
Nope.
Deflect missile. Clap.
Nope.
How do they throw it back?
Beans.
God damn
Here,
it.
I was thinking they just did a front flip to dislodge it and fling it back.
Incinerated faster than I was expecting.
A Rihanna song starts playing every time they throw it back. So what are you guys doing with all these bodies?
I don't know.
Because, especially you, well, Artoria is asleep.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm
the
too
bodies.
tired to dig a hole. Just roll them off. Is this like a little, not like cliff, but like
It's
lower
like
area?
maybe 10 feet.
Drop
I
them
mean-
down there.
Given the prevalence of undead, some anti-undead preparations separate the head from the body before.
Or we could just use
True that.
fire. I've already
doesn't-
got one going.
We could do a pyre, sure. Pyre it up.
Let's move the fire over here and start collecting bodies onto the below the lake.
Where would you like your bonfire?
Sorry, I should really change from a random gray color to something slightly more
Vibrant and easy to see.
Yeah, those words.
But yeah, of course, tossing the bodies before tossing them in the fire.
Pure white good to see?
Probably, considering everything is either going to be green, gray, or brown.
That sounds good. If we ever go into a snowy landscape, I'm not
Yeah. That's fine. Here, I would like to move here. Where? Don't you see where I'm pigging? Nope.
You may all go back to sleep. I will tend to the pyre.
Whoever is moving the bodies, roll an investigation check as you shift these.
Wonderful.
Hold on.
Yep.
Oh.
Athy rolls all rolls.
This has been determined.
With the boomerang, apparently.
Except with the
doesn't-
boomerang.
The boomerang doesn't like me. Maybe the second boomerang will like me better.
Kenku's still helping.
Be like 12, 18, the offhand always like does everything.
So,
DM,
yes.
could I have tossed the body of the gnoll that I brought back before?
Yes.
Sweet. Still shit. But still
So,
sweet.
as you are moving the roasted knoll that was already burnt to a crisp, Prudence, most of his armor has the organic bits have gone. The metal is warped and yellow. However, you notice something in some of the scraps, and you carefully reach in and grab it.
Great.
And you find 2 coins. And you toss the body away and you inspect the coins.
What kind of coins?
At first they look like gold pieces, but you notice there's something wrong with them. They're not perfectly rounded like most minted coins are, and the front of them has a bust of someone in a fine. You recognize it. It's like a sailor captain's coat, but the head is a skull, and the 2 coins are identical in this. And there's nothing on the back of it.
Would this be a Arcana or History check? If I recognize.
Roll Arcana.
Doom.
You're familiar with magic items. These have something about them is magical.
I can't cast Detect Magic because I want to.
You mean identify?
Do I have that? Yes, I do have that. So identify.
Okay.
Take the 10 minutes.
Uno momento.
To
Please
like
enjoy.
Everyone like notices her like poking around with these 2 coins, and she goes just plops down by the fire. And
There you go.
staring.
The sheet is in your thing. Feel free to tell everyone else what they do, or not, and keep it to yourself.
Like, hey, these I think will be useful. If we put these on the eyes of somebody has died, they can't become undead. And I think it kind of helps you from dying. Probably keep them together.
So do they have to stay on their eyes or like wonders, or does it just like stick them in their eyes and then you can take them back out again?
DM?
They are used once you place them on the ice. They don't have to.
It's like a one use.
No, they come back to you can use them over and over again. You just
Okay.
have to place them on both eyes.
Okay. As long as you have them on both eyes, it should go.
So we should make gloves with those in place of the thumbnails, and we just jam our thumbs in the eyes.
Maybe not quite like that, but that's actually not a bad idea. To be honest.
That's so fucked up.
Not jabbing
Placed.
them in the
Placed.
eyes.
Very specifically, the item says placed on the eyes.
No, like if you put
Don't come back! Don't come back! Don't come back!
in her mind, she's like, okay, maybe not the thumbnails, but like the thumb pads, and you just like run up and put your thumbs over the eyes, like they just like grab their head, like not jab them in the sockets.
Meanwhile, Rogue uses them like a slot machine and shoves both of them in, open and face out.
Mm-hmm.
Just like so you don't have to let them go and use them. Like you'd have them like on the thumbs.
You have to.
Like,
You have
gloves.
to.
You have to let them go.
You would have to let them go and place them. And let
Like
them
for
out.
how long? Is there like a time frame?
It's essentially it's an action.
Okay. 6 seconds, roughly.
And funny enough, you've seen coins like this. It's tradition in a culture that you grew up in a sailor's culture, to carry coins like. You've just never seen any of them with an actual magic.
They're neat. Burninating the rest of the gnolls.
Burninating the rest of them. The rest of the gnolls, other than the pack leader, had busted weapons, patchwork, fleas, a lot of fleas, and bits of what is now rotten. But
Continue
you
nap
have 2
times.
coins.
Yes.
And for the record, you don't have to attune to those items. They just have to both be on the person's on your person at the same time.
Okay.
So I assume the rest of you are going to go back to sleep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Isoba's gotta stay conscious to keep the fire going.
Okay. So last watch is yours.
Is everyone asleep?
Well,
Except for the owl.
Artoria won't be up for a bit.
Prudence could sit up with him.
No,
slept
no,
through
it
the
is
rest
okay.
of things.
No, it is okay.
Cause I got horns, ain't it?
This is even though they are beasts, this is a moment for me. I would rather be alone.
If you say so. She'll wander off and try to sleep some more.
Owl's still up, flying in the air, continuing to keep watch.
Rogue grumps as he pulls on his armor and has to sleep in his armor for a night.
And suddenly, paranoia.
Got shot a couple.
Can I take a short rest while I'm doing this, technically?
Yes.
Okay. That happens.
Okay.
For myself.
Of course. So, I would like your watch perception check.
No, I'm going to do something different. After that hour, I'm going to let the fire go down. And I'm going to put on my helmet and turn to our...
Okay.
And do what now?
Okay.
Because I do not know these people. This is how I learned them.
Your helmet better be like a bucket helmet. Just.
Nope.
Nope.
Well, I know what the helmet does, but like. Just
Okay. Are
fun.
you going fully in on this?
I am going fully in on this.
Artoria, make an intelligence and make the saving throw with disadvantage. For
Minus
you are
1.
completely unconscious.
It's a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving?
And the DC is, I believe it's just 13.
Oh, because
It
you
says
used the item
intelligence.
save. Or...
Where does it say wisdom? I see intelligence.
I
If
see.
you
No.
probe
I
deeper,
see-
the
I
target
see
makes a
wisdom.
wisdom saving throw.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, for the item, the DC is 13.
Fail.
Now, pass or fail, I don't necessarily know if sleep changes this, but you know your mind is being read.
However, you cannot react.
I'm just in dreamland and I see a big Isoba face. Just hovering.
I specifically am looking for information regarding our quest and what you are doing here.
Okay, so we'll just look what the reason that she is here.
Yeah, but I learn information that you know. This is not vague
Okay.
information.
Zach, do you want to tell it or should I?
Specifically, I gain insight into your reasoning, emotional state, and something that looms large in your mind.
Okay.
Ah.
So, Isoba, as you sit there looking over your unconscious companion, reaching into their mind, you see flame and creatures from nightmare. You feel fear course through you. But also a sense of duty, pushing that fear away. You see a flash, the face of the girl you've been trapping, this Princess Marina. There's a warmth as you quickly see your face. Not love, but a caring for. As you press deeper, you see a shape start to emerge. A white porcelain mask staring back. You try to look beyond the mask, and it just shifts into your perspective. You turn around, mask staring down at you, growing larger with each second. You feel weight upon you. You're suddenly falling, tumbling through a dark space, empty, void. You look up and you could see that mask fading away from you. Fall, quicker and quicker and quicker, towards a now glowing horizon. And just before you think you're about to slam it into the ground, stop and hover and land softly in front of a gated village. And there you see Artoria, covered in blood, standing guard, gated.
I end the spell.
You're thrust out of her consciousness. Reach up and take the helmet off. Feel your hands shaking. Roll a religion check. That white mask can only be one great porcelain face. Raven.
I put the mask away, and I cure wounds at 2nd level again on Artoria now.
Artoria. You wake up after an odd sensation has washed over you. See Isoba standing.
Is anybody dead?
What?
Is anybody dead? And she'll like look for
What?
her sword,
Calm
look around quickly.
Calm down. Calm down. It is okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. Thank the gods. Jeez, I don't know if I would do if I just met you guys. If one of you died, I don't need that on my conscience.
Sit a while. It has been longer than you might think.
Is like day breaking or still
You
kind
have
of
an hour or so.
okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to bed. By choice. Thanks for you like Pat. So visual. Thanks for bringing me back.
Anytime.
Yeah, I'll do my best to repay the favor. She'll give
Artoria.
an awkward thumbs up before stumbling away.
Artoria,
Yes.
the more you sit there and you try to understand that feeling, as you look at Isoba, start to feel connection. That odd feeling you woke up with him.
Oh, you cut out a bit. Sorry, what was that?
I
That-
ship it.
The holy bunch.
That odd feeling as you were asleep drove you. You're starting to feel a connection.
Is it similar to the feeling when you tried to probe me the other day?
Yes.
Phrasing.
Oh, I know exactly how I phrased it. She'll narrow her eyes a bit, but the things that Isoba has done are in no way like sketchy or concerning. So you won't really press it. He's very obviously a holy man and is using holy magic and all that, so yeah, she'll just continue on. She'll re-see Molina asleep and just be like, oh, okay, good. And then go to
I'll relight the pyre. If there's anything left, I'll relight it.
There's not much.
I won't bother.
So eventually the sun does, and blue returns to the sky. You all wake up feeling sore. Some more so than others.
Kenku feels feels great.
Kenku feels amazing. Kenku didn't even get hit once. Kenku's great. It is now your third day of travel, and if prudence is believed, you should arrive in Rivercross somewhere just midday.
Shall we get a move on then?
Rations for breakfast. Don't make her go cut things in half again. She died last night. Onwards.
Isoba, as you prepare to move for the rest of the day, give me a perception.
You have the feeling you're being watched.
Do I?
Oh, I clicked the wrong button.
As you're packing your stuff up and you're preparing to move, you look over at the nearby tree and bare branch. There sits a single black raven, staring down at you before fluttering off.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know.
I didn't think it was unmuted. I got a text and I was like, oh, what's this? And then.
All right.
Ravens could make that sound.
So you all pack up your stuff, get back on the road.
I feel as though that would be appropriate.
I assume
want-
the Kenku
do
is
we
still
want
doing the
the thing?
perception.
The Kenku's doing Kenku things.
The bird is doing bird things, and the holy man is casting what is it? Floating disc.
Also, assume competency. Just while we're traveling and all that jazz. 22 for stealth.
Okay.
I blend in with the desk.
I will continue to gather food throughout the day as we need it.
There is a desk.
Disc.
Disc.
And you watch as Artoria just cuts animals.
Fuck.
Metal as fuck.
After a few hours of travel, you start to hear the sound of what you think at first is a river. And as you get closer and closer to it, that sound grows louder and louder and louder.
I'm
And you
guessing
said
that's
it would
not
be-
something that Prudence would have experienced on the way up.
No, this is the world. This is the world scar. An incredibly fast-moving, incredibly dangerous bit of water. You stand at a bridge that is the only way to get across by land between the two sides. This ravine stretches for miles between the two halves of Belden. And this bridge and the small island rests in the middle of it. Reaching up out of the water are the only way to get across without taking the long sea voyage all the way down to Corey. Kenku, if you wouldn't mind giving me a perception check,
Will do.
as you are still traveling.
Hello, owl. That is a 9.
Luckily, it wasn't that hard to see. As your owl is floating, you're peering through it, just staring at this massive, moving body of water. You notice something on the shore.
Mm-hmm.
Something glowing.
Okay.
It's just embedded into the rock.
The owl is going to fly down to take a closer look.
As you float down, you see a bush. And the berries on it are giving a soft glow.
Interesting. Owl's going to fly by, trying to pick one of the berries to bring it back to me.
You pluck one of the berries, and you fly back, and you are now holding a softly glowing purple berry.
I'm going to stop looking through the owl's eyes for a moment to take a look myself. See if I can recognize what it is.
Roll a nature check.
Will do. That's an 8.
You have no idea, but it's glowing.
I'm going to eat it.
Okay. You all watch as Snap turns invisible.
As I do what now?
As
What?
you turn invisible.
I mean, I was already invisible to them.
So he, what? So he goes up and then.
He gets off his perch to he delivered a berry from his owl, and then just is gone.
Guys, we lost the bird.
Oh, he's been teleported.
Oh, he's
Oh, God. You better not have.
You all hear from
It's not
somewhere
the
in the
best.
east, Snap speaking.
He's been teleported and he can now talk to
Snap!
normal.
Oh, okay. He's probably just invisible. I don't know why or how, but I've seen Melina do it a lot, so. Snap, that is what's happening, right?
It is what's happening. Right.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
Prudence
that
is
owl.
gonna kind of do the same thing to Daff as she did to the princess. Just sort of like feel for the head and the beak. Be like,
One of your fingers gets nipped hard.
you get a slap in the beak. Like, hey.
You get nothing but air. I'm going to send the owl down to gather as many of those as I can.
He's fine.
Okay. Are you just getting all of them?
As many as he safely can. Basically, fly by, grab, bring back. Fly by, grab, bring back.
There's nothing, as you're flying between it, there's nothing attacking you.
That's fine. I'm still being cautious about it.
Okay. No, I'm just asking, are you doing?
You tell me how many I get.
Depends on how long your party just stands there and watches the owl go back and forth.
The owl can continue to go back and forth regardless of how.
Well, I
long those-
mean,
They
they're
can keep up
helpful.
with us. Yeah.
I mean, a bird can fly. It could get to us even if we continue going.
Yeah, it has the fly speed of 60 feet. Each run will take longer and longer, but so long as it has the command. So it will gather as many as are available while we continue moving on.
Okay.
And if at any point it feels like it is in danger, it is going to fly back with whatever the last one is, if it has one. If not, it comes back without a berry.
Okay.
So basically, it has got the command of gather as many as you can, preserve yourself. Above all, though.
You all begin walking the 2-mile-long bridge that is between you and the Risen Island river crossing. Your bird has to make about 8 trips.
Okay.
As soon as it goes for the 9th, however, all of the berries you've been gathering stop glowing, and you become visible.
Okay.
Your owl returns to you with a last berry. Not.
Okay. So, 9 berries not glowing?
9 berries not glowing.
That's cool.
You all make your way across the bridge to come to another empty town. And that is where we will pick up next.
Is
next
this the
time.
one where we were headed to?
Yes.
Or is this like one on the way?
This is Rivercross.
And so was Harry Ratzinch.
Yeah, that ain't good.
This is making me uncomfortable.
So, like, if we do prudence and snap, we get flamingos.
What?
You get a backhand
And
from
that is where
Artoria.
we're going to end.
I will light you on fire.
You can cut the stream now. It's
Thanks,
not
everybody.
gonna get any better than that.
And it can get so much worse.
Thanks for hanging out, folks, and playing with the bits.
Oh God.